Hey guys, welcome back to some more Kirby Super Star. We have a cave, so it's time to fight a Meta Knight.
Top time 99999.
Someone took a while to beat this mode, and it wasn't me.
Yeah, gosh, what was he doing? Just sitting there, just left his Super Nintendo on for like a week.
Guilty of doing that, or at least with other consoles.
I've done that with GameCube.
How did you get that time? I sat around and let Meta Knight shoot me off his ship repeatedly.
I'm trying to unlock Mewtwo Melee. Leave the system on.
That's exactly why I only ever left the GameCube on overnight so I can unlock Mewtwo on Melee. I think everybody did that.
Yeah, because it was the easiest way to do it, especially if you had 4 controllers. Like, alright, that cuts down the time.
When I had Melee, I did it too.
Yeah, I was just like... My brother came in that one night. He says, "Why did you leave the GameCube on?"
Soldiers near the deck. Assume combat mode. Kirby, take this torch.
I don't need a torch. Instead, I'm just gonna try to bait some guys together here and get a mix immediately.
You gotta go for hammer immediately.
No, not hammer, because that's not good enough. Oh, I guess stone is the hammer in this regard. That's pretty bad. Get rid of him.
What do you mean hammer's not good enough? If you use hammer just right, you can do enough damage to kill Heavy Lobster before you get shot off the halberd the first time.
I mean, I agree for at least like the DS version, but this is Super Nintendo Plasma OP.
Of
Yeah,
course. Yep.
Yep. You know how he is. He's got to have his plasma.
I was about like I thought about it. I'm just like, no, what's the one listed plasma?
Lester's that one guy that goes to a blood bank instead of donating plasma, he gets all the plasma.
I mean, someone's got to use it, and someone's got to use it well.
I'd like to take out a loan.
So you already hinted at this one, Marley, but it is possible to kill Heavy Lobster here. In fact, we're actually going to do it right now. But it does absolutely nothing, and it's extremely difficult to do.
I've only ever been able to do it with hammer. I love plasma, but I can never get enough rapid fire on it to do something like that, so... Props!
See, I'm used to mashing buttons, so mashing a D-pad's no different.
Amber really likes this mode, and Lester, she has you to blame because of the Let's Play you did with her a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good mode. Honestly, it's one of my favorites in the game, too. I just like how it's paced.
Well,
you're
the reason why Meta Knight's her favorite character in Kirby now, so...
Did it.
Delightful.
You did it.
I will say I also like Revenge of Meta Knight because it especially shows a lot of the differences between the SNES and the DS version, a lot more than some of the other modes do.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think it's actually mostly because of enemy changes, the aesthetics of the copy ability changes, and also just the way different things pan out. I really like it.
Yeah. I mean, structurally, it's the same mode between the two, but yeah, visually it is a little more appealing in the DS version, just because of how the color palette in the DS is more vibrant.
And it's also a case of the Capsule J, the enemy that gives you Jet. It wasn't until Revenge of Meta Knight that I actually realized there was a difference between the original and the DS version of him, that he got a redesign, because, you know, Poppin' Twinbee!
Did that just get added to the Super Nintendo library not too long ago?
Yeah, Kirby Super Star is on the Switch Online service.
Oh, Poppin' Twinbee.
Oh, that I have no idea.
That's also on the SNES Online as well.
Okay, that's when you brought that up, I was like, didn't they just add that to the Super Nintendo not too long ago?
They did indeed. They did indeed. I had one of the Konami collections on Game Boy Color, and it actually had the Game Boy version of Poppin' Twinbee on there as well. So, stupidly fun shmup.
Oh look, we're gonna beat him up for a second time.
But let me ask you, what's worse than one Wispy? Besides his apples, because obviously the apples are a little problematic.
What's worse than one Wispy? Getting hit by Wispy?
Yep, exactly. I lose my Kirby card. No, it's 2 Wispies.
Oh, but Lester, that's treason.
So bad you make Kirby cry. Same with the trees.
'Tis the season for treason. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, so we can't get back to the ship. Obviously, we're not allowed on there, so just shoot us down. We can't really use our warp star. We have to find a different way to get back on the halberd.
Ah, ship. Okay, I'm sorry.
That kind of answers itself. Like, how good was this on the scale of 1 to 10? Oh, there's no answer. I guess it's a 0.
That's bad. That's a bad.
I didn't even need the Menomato. I just wanted to show the can I can get it.
The back and forth in the different areas is really, like, it breaks up the pace, and it also has a sense of urgency to it, which I do love. I do really love with this mode.
Well, especially helps with the timer, too, because that timer's ticking down every area you're in, and that adds to the urgency.
That and the mode would be over way too quickly
wait.
if you were to just be on the ship and nothing else.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you could actually like make it so that you could do the combo, but like, I guess you wanted hammer. So.
I mean, I don't need to make a combination, because I need to use hammer to hit these hammer switches. Which I don't know why you want to hit this one if you're using hammer. This is better than all 3 of those abilities, IMO.
In case you throw your hammer away by accident.
Yeah, but you need to use the hammer to get to it, so it feels even more confusing. It's just kind of a power-up room in case you want variety. Locked behind a power-up.
You know, you're lucky you can actually hit the bomb blocks right whenever you jump in by jumping into them, because you would have been in kind of trouble right there, because Wheel's like, I'm not gonna help you there.
Oh yeah, because imagine if you didn't have a helper that could maybe hit that, and then Wheel's the only thing you have, you're kind of soft locked.
True, because the block is a ceiling, not hanging from the ceiling, so you couldn't even air pump it at that point.
Yeah, there's no way to aim wheelie to it if it was above you.
Thank goodness for headbutts.
Well, now I have to ditch the wheel because we actually need fire. Although I kind of made a grave error. So, give me a second. There, magic.
Thank you, Infinite Respawn.
Now, this is actually a weird spot in the game, in my opinion, because you need fire for this. But if you're playing the randomizer Kirby Super Star, which basically shuffles around the enemies what powers you can get, there is a chance that you can't get fire here. And if that happens, that's it. You're done.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, you can tell the randomizer wasn't fully tested in certain areas, because it is easy to soft-pick yourself in a lot of areas.
Kirby Randomizer getting into that room, don't have fire. Years in the academy, wasted.
Yeah. Might as well have been at that point, or at least years of playing wasted.
Buzz Lightyear me.
I don't know if they would have fixed that issue at this point. The randomizer doesn't seem to have gotten an update in a while, but I would hope that's one of the things they fix, because that's pretty bad. Last time I played, definitely was a soft lock there.
Wouldn't the best thing in the randomizer be to just remove the cannon entirely and replace it with a warp star? I mean, technically the point they're making is the warp star got destroyed by the halberd, so I mean...
Well, they can't really change that section, because it's kind of a room, and you have to go through that room to proceed, so they can't really change that.
Kirby does warp star around different parts of the halberd as well anyway later on, so it's not necessarily a loophole?
Yeah, because all the randomizer really does is shuffle enemies' powers. That's it. So what they could do to really fix that is take the switches you get from like Great Cave Offensive that can light torches and maybe put those in that area, because that could probably work.
Because Burning Leo doesn't have friendly fire on him, so he couldn't light the cannons by accident as an enemy, can he?
No, you have to have a helper to do that.
I was about to say more or less, when it'll actually, according to Kirby lore, Kirby, the Warp Star is part of Kirby's essence, so Kirby can just create one.
Gee, Willibrith. Jumpers! I love them so much. This is one of the only 2 games they're in.
Oh, what the heck was that crap? What's this Ninja Gaiden respawning? What the hell?
It's 6-2 all over again.
The guy was still on the screen and a second one came in.
It's 6-2 all over again.
I mean, it is fitting it was a ninja enemy to do that. At least there's that for a reference.
Oh, I just love the bounder falling off the wall and throwing a star at you on the way down.
It's like, you know, I'm gonna die anyway, so I'm gonna just take you out with me.
They're gonna retcon me and replace me with a giant pig. I'm gonna kill you in my final hurrah.
Yeah, I don't even know what that guy's AI is really supposed to do, but every time I play, it always just clings on that wall, jumps, throws a star, and immediately dies. So, his life is pretty sad.
I mean, yeah. And, like, that's the thing is, this is the last game they appear in, because from Kirby's Dream Land 3 onwards, they are retconned and replaced with Gip, the pighead.
Oh, that's right. I remember them. Ow! I forgot what
Hilarious
the
because
cannon does.
Yeah, the can does like half your health.
it's hilarious because I'm thinking about it. If you're playing Ultra, the audience from Megaton Punch is still using the old crowd from the Superstar version of DDD's boss fight. So Bounder is still in the background in the crowd there, even though he's been 3D replaced with Gip in like Spring Breeze and such.
Yeah, because I think both the mini games from the Super Nintendo version, I think were just ripped straight from the cart data, so they didn't really change anything. Hence why the crowd is still the same for Megaton.
It would have made less sense for them to replace those versions with Quick Draw and Crackety Hack from the advanced games, because like I feel like it's nice to give homage to where they came from in the first place, but you've nearly got it.
You're really trying to get that freaking Bob log.
Well, why couldn't they destroy the first one, but the second one, it's a no-go? At this room, it's just torture. Just wait, it gets worse.
Kirby is not having a good day.
Well, the Plasma Helper doesn't know what to do about stairs. They just kind of stay there, not knowing, hey, I could climb down this.
I'm just gonna guard in my little wall of safety over here.
Well, it gets even worse, too, because since they don't come down, the screen is still locked. I can't progress. So I need to get rid of this helper. You failed.
Come on, Wisp.
And this is why in Ultra they made it easy for him to fast travel straight to you, so that you can work through those paths easier.
Yeah, the help AI got a lot better with the remake.
Because I'm pretty sure in the original they only warp to you if you scroll them off screen.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah, no, they barely warp in the original for that reason.
We're gonna get to Ultra eventually in this playthrough.
Yeah, we still got our 2 modes.
But I gotta really say that, like, Ultra is up there for, like, if I, like, a list of, like, best remakes ever. Ultra's up there. I'm just gonna be honest.
Because I still prefer the original Super Nintendo version, but that's mainly because of nostalgia reasons, because I grew up on it. But the DS version is just the superior way to play in basically every way. It fixes basically every major issue this game has on the Super Nintendo. And then it adds a whole bunch of new stuff.
I kind of, like, by far, like, one of my favorite remake of a game is still Heart Gold until Silver version to this day. But Ultra is definitely up there, like, maybe 2 or 3. Like, it was such a good remake, and I liked it.
Yeah, I agree.
It does so much so well. Absolutely.
And not only that, they added stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it feels so it still feels so weird looking back and thinking, my goodness, Heavy Lobster used to just use the generic boss music.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird thing, and it's good that they gave him a unique theme in Ultra, just because this does not feel that grandeur like they wanted it to be with just the standard boss music. I mean, to be fair, the boss music in this game is good, it just doesn't fit him as well as his original theme for Ultra.
It feels a little too cheesy for the dramatic scope of the chase.
Yeah.
Heavy Lobster was like, while I'm chasing you, I'm invincible. You can't hit me.
But then once I'm up here trying to shoot you, alright, well, GG.
He's just like, no, I wanted to use paint.
Right before you landed.
I just love Meta Knight's reaction. Like, we've regained balance.
And Kirby's like, I haven't. I'm about to just smack my head on this floor.
Someone left pina coladas in the middle of the clouds. I'm just gonna keep falling and keep falling.
And while I fall, I can have a nice, relaxing drink.
I know the song's called Margaritaville, but come on.
Margaritaville.
Where's my cheeseburger in paradise?
Do you think Kirby ever gets full?
Probably not.
Heck no.
He's an endless void.
I still remember the anime with him floating in the gigantic void with apples everywhere.
That's the thing. He
So I am
doesn't chew food. He just swallows everything whole.
No, he just sucks up everything.
To be fair, sometimes he does use cutlery. Sometimes.
You know, when he feels like manners that day. Most of the time, just suck.
Yeah, it's just like, he may never get full, but at least he's polite about it.
I wonder what it's like to just never be full.
My hidden tomatoes, you know, other than the flan in the top left there.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I always thought as a kid, because of how low res this is on CRT, I always thought that was just a lamp. Like, why the hell is Kirby eating a lamp?
I love flan lamp.
Flan lamp.
It lights up your day and it's delicious.
I guess you could say it's light on your diet.
Hoi! I mean, I couldn't have made a better pun, so that's fine.
I'm just gonna sit here where they can't hurt me.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Just stop trying to hit me.
That's just this fight in a nutshell, because you can't hurt this cannon by yourself. You need the laser to do it.
The wheelies are abandoning ship. Oh no, not the wheelies!
Whatever, do it out our wheel.
I do remember the first time I played this. I timed out on that boss because I spent all the time destroying all the other parts instead of letting it shoot the laser. So I destroyed the laser cannon, I destroyed the blaster cannon on the bottom, I was destroying the flamethrowers, and I'm like, why is this boss not dying? Why is this health bar still full? Laser hits it. Oh, timeout. Whoops.
Yeah, see, when I first played, I didn't really time up. I had the same issue where I had no idea how you hurt the guy, because I didn't realize the lasers were the only way you hurt the core. Because it kept on missing the core every time when I was aiming at Kirby. Took a while to figure it out. I think I figured it out like when the timer was like half empty or something like that. And it like bounced and hit him. It's like, oh, okay, I get it.
Like a true captain, he goes down with his ship.
I love the sense of camaraderie with Meta Knight here, and the one thing they changed with it in DS is that he's just like, you fools, you shouldn't stay back, you'll perish, and then he's just like, I'm so sorry, and I'm just like, Meta Knight, even when your plot is making you the villain for reasons unbeknownst to me, I can't not love you as a character, you're delightful.
Yeah, the whole plot of this mode is kind of left field for the character, only because at this point he's just kind of tired of King Dedede not doing his job, so he just wanted to take it over and actually protect Dreamland on his own, but he's kind of forceful about it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, in the anime, I'm pretty sure what they do is they make it that the heavy lobster hijacks the halberd from the inside, and I'm like, that makes a little more sense.
Yeah, I mean, that at least gives him more of a reason to take back his ship and just kind of be angry.
You're cutting it close, Lester. Gosh, look at the time.
I mean, to be fair, even when you rush, the time does get pretty low this section, because they want it to be tight. They want it to just feel very stressful.
This is also the only time where if Meta Knight offers you a sword and you don't take it, if you wait long enough, he'll still fight you without it.
True.
Because again, timer.
But we don't need that sword anymore, so get rid of it. You know, frame 1 before the transition. So, because I created a helper right before the screen faded, we get this.
Oh, this is the best, the finest bootleg. 4-star, best in the city.
Well played.
Oh my gosh, those are so funny.
And this is why you pay full price for your wheelies. Look at this AliExpress wheelie crap.
I was gonna say, is there supposed to be music here?
Yeah, no, it takes a minute to always kick in. It's attention. He's really desperate to hit Kirby, but it's just not fast enough. Our wheelie's a little too fast.
I will say the one thing that always killed me in that section, as is evident in my own playthrough, is the pits.
Yeah.
Never Meta Knight, always the pits.
Yeah, especially if you just hit your head on something and then you lose all your speed, just falling right into a pit. Done that before.
Overgauging the jumps is very easy to do.
Oh yeah, easily.
Off into the sunset. On my motor wheelie.
This is the only time you really get a roll call both your powers and what the helper names are.
There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun. It is built in our ruins. No, sorry.
That is kind of weird that this is like the only game mode that actually has a roll call of the enemies.
Yeah, because you don't even have this in like the actual credits.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like Spring Breeze has the Spring Breeze has the Dreamlands credits. Dynablade just has the to be continued. You've got the roll call here.
All your treasures in Great Cave.
You've got the best time for Gourmet Race, and then you have the full game credits for Milky Way Wishes. So,
And either victory or disappointment in the arena. It really depends on how well you do.
that's true, actually.
Mostly failure, and you cry a little on the inside.
Trial and error, mostly error.
Yep.